Every guitar player has that list. The gear you dream about, the stuff you see on the big stages, in studios, and in Rigby Auto interviews. And you think, one day, a Les Paul 59, a Dumble amp, a Clone Centaur, legendary gear, unobtainable for most people. So welcome to Bang for the Buck, the series where we look at guitar gear and ask what actually makes sense for your money. And today we're flipping the idea a little bit. This is not about finding the cheapest option. This is about finding the smartest option. The gear that gets you as close as possible to the real thing without paying the insane price tag that you normally should. We're taking 3 hero products and find the perfect matching budget alternative for you. Let's start with the big one. This is the guitar. If you ask players about their dream instrument or the dream instrument that they suggest that it's the dream instrument, I think you get the point. This is usually it. And well, for good reason. This guitar basically defined what a Les Paul is supposed to be. The feel, the sound, the look, the neck, everything. But here's the reality, you're not buying one. You're not buying one. Not unless you've got a few €100,000 lying around. Even the custom shop versions are ridiculously expensive. And also, we don't support Gibson because Gibson is basically Fender but 10 years ago.
And what it means to play authentic.
So, what actually makes sense? The answer is Tokai. Specifically, the Tokai Love Rock. Tokai has been building Les Paul style guitars for decades, and they've built a reputation for getting incredibly close to the real thing, especially when it comes to the Japanese-made versions. And most importantly, this is not just a cheap alternative, it's a solid substitute, especially when you look at the Japanese series. You're getting a solid construction, classic specs, proper feel, and a tone that gets you very close to what people actually want from a 59 style Les Paul guitar. Alternatively, you can also look at Maybach Instruments or Panucci, but both will bring you in a price range where you rather look for a nice house for your summer holidays, or I don't know, let's say pay rent or fill up the fuel for a couple of times. Still, the Tokai is not the cheapest option, but the one that makes the most sense for the price value perspective. Let's look at the next hero, the Clone Centaur, or let's be honest, the most overhyped pedal in guitar history. The Centaur is legendary. Players swear by it. Prices are completely insane. And yet, at the end of the day, it's an overdrive pedal. So what do you do if you actually want that sound without spending several thousand of euros? Well, you go to something like the Syria Tone Censura. Again, as well as the 59 tone shift, this is not some random cheap clone. This is a very well-built and accurate recreation of the original circuit. It's designed specifically for people who want the clone experience without paying the clone experience. Also not too cheap, but you don't want to buy cheap, you want to buy smart. And for a few €100 instead of a few €1,000, that's exactly the kind of trade-off that makes sense, at least to me, in the context of a Bang for the Buck series. And finally, the Dumble amp, probably the most mythical amp ever built. These amps are not just expensive, they're basically unobtainable. Custom built, incredibly rare, and priced somewhere between luxury car, yacht, and house deposit. So again, the question is not how do we get one, but how do we get the best alternative? And there's a lot of stuff on the market. The one that makes the most sense to me is something like the Blues 20 Dumble Overdrive Special. This is a 20-watt head built specifically around the Dumble style circuit. It's designed to give you that smooth and dynamic and responsive overdrive, the thing people actually associate with that sound. It basically gives you what you want from a Dumble style amp by still being a payable amp. But if you want pedalboard alternative, you might have a look at these options. So what's the takeaway here? The Tokai Love Rock gets you into the 59 Les Paul territory without the collector insanity. The Seriaton Centura gives you the clone experience without paying for the myth. And the Dumblestein clone gives you access to one of the most legendary amp sounds ever without needing a lottery win. And that's the whole point of the series. Bang for the buck. It's not about buying the cheapest gear that you can find. It's about making smart decisions, getting as close as possible to what you actually want without paying for hype and rarity and collector value. So before you start chasing your dream gear, ask yourself that one question: do you want the name or do you want the result? And that's why I play Maybach instead of Gibson. That's Bang for a Buck. I hope you liked that video. I hope you liked my suggestions. If you did, I would highly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, follow up for more videos up here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you then.